He may only be days into his 30s, but Hoffenheim boss Julian Nagelsmann has already made a big name for himself in German football and established himself as one of the game's brightest coaching talents. Nicknamed the Mini Mourinho by ex-Germany keeper Tim Weiss, he was thrust into the limelight in February 2016 when he became the Bundesliga's youngest ever manager at just 28. The spotlight was initially a harsh place to be, as the German media responded with disbelief, and local newspaper, the Rhein-Neckar Zeitung, even labelled the appointment a publicity stunt. But with Hoffenheim deep in relegation trouble, Nagelsmann turned their fortunes around, winning half of their remaining games, making up a 5-point deficit and guiding the Kraichgauer to safety. It was a remarkable achievement in his first managerial stint and made people sit up and take notice. But despite attracting widespread praise, nobody could have predicted just how strongly he'd kick on in his first full season. Nagelsmann and Hoffenheim outdid themselves. Defying all expectations, they secured 4th spot and the club's first ever Champions League place, playing an attractive, attacking brand of football and recording their first ever win over Bayern Munich in the process. Dismissive of the idea that there's a magic formula which has led to his success, he instead argues that the human side of the game is crucial. Downplaying the importance of specific tactics, Nagelsmann instead focuses on motivation, man management, and creating a cohesive set of individuals who are comfortable in multiple formations. This usually equates to a mixture of 3-5-2 and 5-1-2-2, but Nagelsmann argues that the differences between them aren't as important as you might think, because formations are fluid and, in his own words, generally only alter players' positions on the pitch by 5 to 10 metres. The overriding philosophy and group dynamic is more important. He describes football as 30% tactics and 70% social competence. That's the ability to get along with other people to the rest of us. This goes for all members of his squad, including backup players who are made to feel that they have an important role to play as a part of the group. Long written off as a flop, Hungarian striker Adam Szalai has shown the benefits of this philosophy, netting 8 Bundesliga goals from 22 appearances, mostly as a substitute last year. He's also developed higher profile players too. Ex-Leicester striker Andrej Kramaric, Roberto Firmino and young pair Niklas Süle and Sebastian Rudy, who both joined Bayern this summer, have all improved dramatically under his tutelage. Given the way Nagelsmann talks about tactics, you'd be forgiven for thinking his systems were completely straightforward. This isn't the case though, as he often operates with an unorthodox attacking square of 2 central midfielders and 2 strikers. His players have a lot of tactical intelligence and discipline, especially when defending in numbers and pressing high up the pitch. Striking a balance between possession and counter-attacking football, Hoffenheim defend with a bold high line, swamping the opposition in dangerous areas, which occasionally leaves them exposed, but pays off spectacularly more often than not. Involved in the Hoffenheim youth setup since 2010, he turned down the chance to become Bayern Munich's under-23 manager, instead preferring the clear career path on offer at the Rhein-Neckar Arena. His progression into coaching was sped up even further when his predecessor Hub Stevens was forced to resign due to a heart complaint. Nagelsmann had been in line to take over from the start of the 2016-17 season, but he was prepared to step into the firing line when the opportunity came calling and hasn't looked back since. Named the Bundesliga Manager of the Year last season off the back of his incredible work, it might not be long before Bayern come calling again, this time for the top job. Hoffenheim have tied Nagelsmann down to a new contract until 2021, but all of Europe's top clubs will have an eye on him, especially if he carries on like this.